Oh, okay, yeah, well, we're canceling physical therapy, we're going elsewhere.
Doctor, when you get my wife, Cody.
65.
How you doing?
Get your case open and then I can
Okay.
So, the purpose of this examination, the name of it officially is a post-designated doctor-required medical exam. The better way to put it is it's a second opinion. And it's a second opinion that can be requested by you, the injured worker, or the insurance company. It's usually the insurance company, but it does go both ways. Specifically for your case, the big thing that I'm being asked to look into is what's called extent of injury. So what was the work injury? And right now it looks like the insurance carrier is covering a right shoulder strain, and they're asking me if there's two other conditions they're curious about. One is impingement syndrome of the right shoulder, and the other is right shoulder bursitis, which is inflammation of a certain area of the shoulder. They're wanting to know if those are part of the work injury as well, and if so, what to do about them. Okay. So that's what we'll get started with.
Doc, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dr. Richard Channing, in his evaluation, he said the bursitis is compensable to the injury.
Mm-hmm.
He stated that. The impingement, he said it was not. And the reason he said it was not is because he falsely alleged that I complained about a wrist injury while in physical therapy that has radiating pain shooting down my right thumb. He clearly put it, and I have the documents in my car, but that was the reason why he considered my maximum medical improvement date January 27, 2025.
Okay.
However, January 27, 2025 was the first day the company sent me to medical.
Oh, that was your first.
So how can I be injured at physical therapy on the first day I was seen by the doctor? I'm just trying to show you the contradictory in his findings, right? And he gave me a 0% impairment rating because he said, again, injury to the wrist, radiating pain to the thumb, 0% impairment rate, and the impingement is not a result.
Well, we'll be sorting through all of that independently. Usually I do my own investigation, and then I'll just at the end compare to what they have said, so
Right.
that way I don't get too influenced
Right.
by anything they say. But if you could do me a favor and in your own words tell me what happened that day that you hurt yourself.
Okay. I was working with my company. I was paired with an employee from Dykens, actually from Dykens, right? And they called me in on my off day because I got injured not on my shift, but on the other shift. I work on C shift, I got injured on D shift, right? Now, keep in mind, Doc, this is not my shift. So, you know, these youngsters, they at work high, they just doing them, but this is how they roll on their shift, right? It ain't my job to go tell their supervisors, you know, what I'm observing. So anyway, so he and I were responsible for loading panels, sheet metal panels, which require two people to put in a sheet metal machine. You know, we got to lift them off the table, extend them, turn them, flip them, the whole 9 yards, so the machine can cut certain designs, you know, on each side of the panel, right? And it was this one particular moment, you know, I still remember when we supposed to be lifting or pushing or pulling, he's in the opposite, right?
Okay.
So I felt the sharp pain in my right shoulder, right? And I'm like, all right, man, be all right. So that was like about 1 that morning. So we go on break like about 2:30. So, my cooling down a little bit and I'm starting to feel it. I'm like, damn. So we get back to work at 3 o'clock, did a little bit more work, and I'm like, nah, I need to report this. So I reported it, right? They brought me to the medical facility. There's a Memorial Hermann, like I forget what it's called, like a medical facility inside the actual plant. The medical guy there, he tells me, you don't have this is not a work-related injury. This is personal injury. I'm like, man, they got video of me being at work, the whole 9 yards. What are you talking about? So he didn't treat me. He literally didn't treat me. So he said, man, you got to sign this paper saying, you're going to go to your healthcare provider and get cleared and then come back, right? So that was about 5, 6 that morning. So about 8 o'clock that morning, I called the company. Hey, listen, I've been injured. This guy said this. And the risk management lady, her name's Jenna Baroche. This is not a work-related injury. So I got injured January 8th. The company didn't get me to medical until January 27th, like literally 3 weeks later. So all that time I'm just sitting up, right? I'm calling, frustrated. I'm calling, nobody wants to do anything. I gets to medical January 27th. My arm get put in a sling. They gave me steroid shot, did x-rays. Okay, boom. I saw the doctor like a follow-up a week later. The doctor referred me to go see an ortho. The insurance adjuster, Samantha Gardner, she denied it. That woman denied my referral to see an ortho 3 times.
Okay.
I never saw the ortho. I remember an injection shot was ordered. I never received an injection shot. What I'm saying is, the adjuster also played a part of why I'm in the state that I'm in. But we get to the benefit review conference, and that whole thing was staged, man. Come on, man, you missed me with that. The designated doctor reported, right? The benefit review counselor, the benefit review officer, I don't have the record in front of me. Well, this is what we're here for, to talk about the standard injury, the maximum medical improvement. What's going on here? They don't want to touch that designated doctor report, because the designated doctor actually put the bursitis as compensable. From there, that opens the door. The insurance company don't want to pay, period. I haven't received financial benefits. I had my own carrier service when I was working for them. They haven't paid me for lost wages from my business, my medical. I'm just trying to show you, they don't want to pay for anything.
Yeah, understood.
And now I'm in front of you because they can't deal with the doctor, the designated doctor say, man, the bursitis, yeah. It's like he split it 50-50, but he still gave them the benefit of the doubt because they still not paying me. And yet they sent me in front of him and I wasn't even finished with treatment. What's really going on?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. But I do have some questions of my own that I need to ask you that'll help me fill in some things. Number one, I need to know what your official job title is.
Sheet metal.
Sheet metal worker?
Correct.
Do you have any medical conditions in the background, like high blood pressure, diabetes, anything like that?
No.
Have you had any surgeries in the past?
I had 2020. I had left and right shoulder surgery. I had tore my rotary cuffs from a 2019 work-related accident.
Are you taking any medications right now?
No, sir.
And your height and weight?
5'9", like 192, 193, something like that.
today?
Yeah, I'm still like 7, 8. Just still going through it, doc.
And from the previous surgeries, did they just leave you with the little small poke holes around the shoulder, or do you have any long ones?
Nah, I still have the that should remain
Okay.
on the back, and I think I had one in the front, something like that. The same thing on the other side.
When I know what kind of scars they are, it helps me know what happened there. And with the shoulder, do you have spots that hurt to the touch anywhere from the outside, or is the pain all deep?
Oh, man, it's funny how you said it. It's right here. It is right here when you mentioned touch.
Mm.
It's right here, right up in there, and man, this. But that come about like after the injury.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that come about after the injury because I healed. I was able to go back to work. So it was the injury. But let me back up a minute, Doc. And see, this is what they fail. This is what the company failed to realize, and they playing all kind of games with. Prior to that injury date, that company, they're required to do a physical. I mean, man, Doc, we got to lift panels up. I'm talking about we got to walk with them, and we have to do it within a certain time. The whole 9 yards. So, you know, when I complain about that injury and the fact that, listen, man, you know, I injured my neck and my back along with that. But my neck and my back injury, I can pretty much say came before that. It came with me going through the physical it had me doing. Not just me, the whole class. You know, this is how we got to work. We had to be able to do all this. And I mean, I'm like, God, man, we got to lift these panels, you know. But I'm just trying to show you, they don't want to hear about the neck and back.
Sure.
You know, but all that come from me working at the job.
Yeah. Do you have any numbness in the arm over there?
I have radiating pain that shoots from my neck all the way to my fingers. I don't have the numbness.
All right. And with your left shoulder, do you have full range of motion there? Can you raise straight up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, well, we're going to get into the physical exam, and just so you know kind of how this works, a couple of things. When I'm working on an extensive injury case, the physical exam that we're going to do today, first of all, it's not going to be too rugged. I'm not going to be cranking around on you in any way. I'm just going to be having you show me what your limitations are, and I'll be measuring that.
Okay.
But don't push yourself into a spot where you're going to be miserable for the next few days. Just give me a good effort. The examination we do today is primarily focused around where are you today and what it might help in the future.
Okay.
When I'm looking at extent of injury and trying to figure out that portion, really the meat of what I'll be looking at is what happened right after that initial imaging, the initial exams. How was your shoulder doing? What did I see? Were your major complaints then? Those are what I use for the extent of injury, so it's kind of a two-part thing, just so you know that. But let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take a couple measurements just to take a look at the muscle mass on each arm and compare, so you can tell if there's any muscle loss going on. So most of this we'll be able to do with you seated right there.
Okay.
And we'll be done before you know it. All right, left bicep is 34.5. I'm gonna grab a forearm measurement here. And 29.5 on the forearm. And right bicep 34. Right forearm 29.5. All right, within a half a centimeter for those. Go ahead and put your arms out in front of you and press up into my hands. Okay. This shoulder doing okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead and push up with this one. All right, and push down. If you can give him a 4 for flexion and extension on the right shoulder. Now have you stand up, and have you face in that direction there. And so with this shoulder, just going up in front of you as high as you can go there. Okay, forward flexion of 50. And now back behind you, 40 degrees extension. And now you can face me, out to the side. 40 degrees of abduction. And if you're able to come across the front at all with that, 0 adduction. All right, now bending at the elbow just to 90 degrees and then rotating out. 30 degrees external rotation. And if you can put it under your tummy, bring your elbow forward as much as you can. 70 degrees of internal rotation. All right, you can have a seat. That covers all the different planes of motion for the shoulder. And it looks like I have everything too. I got quite a good sized medical file. That's what I was just getting downloaded while you were talking. And it also has some of the things from before the date of injury, so I'll be able to look at how your shoulder was doing prior to and then how it's doing after. So after I've got that MRI, I've got one MRI of the right shoulder, then I've got MRIs of the cervical and lumbar spine as well. Those aren't areas that they're having me look at today, but they do have the medical records, just so you're aware of that. But just hang in there. I'll get sorted through everything in probably 7 to 10 days. Is what it usually takes to get back. If you've got a lawyer or an ombudsman, they'll also get a copy, and then your insurance adjuster will get a copy too. So everybody gets the same thing.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
So just hang in there, do what you're doing. With shoulders, it's always good just to keep mobility as much as you can, even if it's just hanging and letting it swing.
Yeah.
Don't let the shoulder just go still. You don't want that. But if you have any visits, keep those. This doesn't change anything about any appointments you have.
Okay. Well, the insurance adjuster refused to send me back to physical therapy, even though they sent the doctor 3, 4, 5 emails, and the insurance adjuster is playing games with the doctor, got them under control. It's man, when I tell you corruption on the face of the surface, it just don't even make no sense, doc.
Yeah, workers' comp's tough.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right,
That's one way to say it. All right. If you take a right and then a left, okay?
Okay, cool.
Take care of you.
Oh.
Room 13. Okay, cool. He came up to me personally.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro.
Oh, not going to that.